And a happy Monday to you. The Mariners have won 5 of their past 6 games to reach the 500 mark for the first time this season. They split a twin bill with Colorado on Sunday. The Rockies won Game 1 after a rainout on Friday. Seattle dropped that opener in heartbreaking fashion to the Rockies as they rallied for 2 runs in the 10th inning.
Another 0-2, fastball, and this is through the right side. He ties it up. Charlie on his way to third. Ezekiel Tovar down in the count, coming through yet again. 1-1 in the 10th, wing run 90 feet away, nobody out.
Another 2-strike hit.
And this is bounced toward short. It'll win the game. Ryan McMahon gets it done. The Rockies' 6-game losing streak is history. They thought they had it won in the bottom of the 9th. They officially have it done in the 10th.
Ezekiel Tovar coming through with a 2-strike hit, and Mac putting the ball in play with the infield in. Charlie was going immediately on contact, so even if J.P. Crawford comes up with this ball, Charlie's going to be able to score. What a rally after what happened in the 9th with the home run, possible home run being overturned.
It was a much different story in Game 2. Seattle came through with 10 runs on 13 hits and a 10-2 victory. The game featured the first Major League hit for catcher Seby Zavala.
In the air out to right. Bouchard drifting back. It's plenty deep. That brings home Ty France. It's a sac fly off the bat of Dylan Moore, and he is having himself quite the day here in Denver. Drives in the Mariners' first run. On a line, out to left, and a base hit. Polanco is in, Raley is held. And Seby Zavala's first hit in a Mariners uniform drives in a run and ties the game in the second. A deep drive out towards right center field. It's back, and it bangs off the very top of the high wall. Raley is in. Arias is right behind him. Zavala's pedaling to the plate. It's a bases-clearing triple. J.P. Crawford. A 5 spot for the Mariners in the second.
Gets a fastball right down the middle. Lambert didn't want to walk him with the bases loaded, and he barrels it up. I really thought I had a good chance to get out of the ballpark.
Kicks high and away. Crawford's on his way home and scores easily. 6-2 Mariners. See if this hangs up enough. It drops in. Cave can't get there. Zavala is able to score from third. Julio's got himself his second hit tonight. Pelted out to center field. It sends Cave racing back, turning around, it disappears. It's gone, a home run. Cal Raleigh straight away center field, his 5th of the season, and it's a 9-2 Mariners lead.
Another baseball 425 feet. That one did leave the ballpark.
Plenty deep out to center field. Brings home J.P. Crawford. It's a sac fly by Cal Raleigh. Productive night once again offense. That's the ball game.
Manager Scott Servais was happy to see his team bounce back in Game 2 after a tough loss in Game 1.
After a tough loss in the first game, we needed Hancock to go out there and do just what he did. You know, off to a little bit of a rocky start in the first inning, but then he settled in and was fantastic. Threw strikes, got the ball to hit him, got them to hit the ball on the ground. We played good defense behind him, and obviously we got the bats going. I'm really happy for Seby Zavala. When you get off to a slow start like that and you're not playing very much, it's really hard. And, you know, he was ready to go today. Swung the bat great. Almost hit the home run for his 4th hit, but everybody chipping in the second game. Julio has been on a roll here. You know, he's starting to get it going. You know, another game with a multi-hit game. JP with the big triple. Cal in a really good series again here as well. So a lot of guys doing some things, really good things offensively. You know, needed to bounce back after that first game tough loss there. Emerson is a rookie. He doesn't have a lot of major league experience, but he's pitched a lot of baseball in his life. He readied the ship. That's exactly what he needed to do. That's what we needed him to do to get our offense going, and we helped him out there, giving him a little cushion. But the secondary pitches, he's throwing for strikes. The changeup's a really good weapon for him. The slider's a pitch he can use in different counts and against specific hitters, and that's been a key. He can't just go out there with one pitch, and he's learned that, and he's got a good feel for the secondary pitches. Our defense has really helped our pitching along. Our pitching's good, but when your defense plays that well, now you can hold teams to 1 or 2 runs, and then you don't have to have a whole lot of offense to win ball games.
Seattle has the day off today before beginning a 3-game series tomorrow against the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers at 5:05 on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Seattle sits a half game back of the Rangers in the American League West after Texas beat Atlanta Sunday 6-4 to improve to 12-11. The Angels dropped to make that a 3-0 decision to Cincinnati and are 2.5 games back. Oakland fell to Cleveland 6-2 to drop the 3.5 back. Houston was shut out by the Nationals 6-0 and sit in last place at 7-16. Well, Saturday marked the opening of the 2024 race season at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. The opening night featured the Tommy Wentz Classic for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. East Wenatchee's Cody Harris took the checkered flag, while Moses Lake's Brad Morrison was second. Wenatchee's Luke Shaw took third. Colby Holiday was able to hold off KG veteran Garrett Evans in the Rockstar Energy B-Mods main event. Quincy's Glenn Knudsen was third. Plum Perfect is back as the sponsor of the Roadrunners, the classification at WVSO this year, and Jared Ingram grabbed the podium on opening night. East Wenatchee's Kyle Spalding was second, followed by Jason Walker in third. It was a 1-2-3 Wenatchee finish in the B&T Towing Youth Roadrunner main event. Caleb Gill was the first, followed by Kellen Ingram and Tommy Craig. There were only 2 entries in the first ever Apple Valley Plumbing Crown Vic Stocks main event. Cashmere's Jamie Nyenhouse took first and East Wenatchee's Jared Bykowski took second. Well, they'll be back at the Super Oval this weekend for 2 nights of racing during the Spring Sizzler presented by Knudsen General Contracting. Featured classes include the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, Knudsen General Contracting Bandoleros, Angel Bail Bonds Legends, and the Northwest Focus Midgets. Gates open at 4:30 on Friday with racing at 6. The gates will open at 3:30 Saturday with racing at 5. Go to WVSO.com for tickets and more information. Well, the Les Schwab Prep Baseball scoreboard from Friday shows it was a sweep or be swept type of day at the ballpark. Eastmont swept a Big 9 doubleheader from Wenatchee at Rec Park 10-5 and 10-0. Davis took 2 from first place Moses Lake, 2-1 and 7-6. That puts the Wildcats and Mavericks in a tie for first in the conference. And other action Friday, Cashmere swept CTL doubleheader from Quincy 10-zip and 6-3. Tonasket took down Lake Roosevelt 17-0 and 14-4. Saturday saw a similar trend with doubleheader sweeps. Chelan took 2 from Omak 12-1 and 15-4. North Mason blasted Cascade 21-0 and 22-4. Ephrata edged Brewster 1-zip and 11-9. Liberty Bell topped Okanagan 4-1 and 7-1. Odessa took both ends from Waterville Mansfield 18-16 and 13-8. Moses Lake's JV beat Moses Lake Christian 28-4. Eastmont and Moses Lake softball teams remained unbeaten in conference play Friday to remain atop the Big 9 standings. Wildcats swept Wenatchee 20-5 and 11-5. Moses Lake took down Davis 10-zip and 10-0. Cashmere swept its CTL doubleheader from Quincy 25-5 and 20-3. Lake Roosevelt topped Tonasket 14-4 and 8-4. Chelan took 2 from Omak Saturday 23-3 and 22-15. North Mason cruised over Cascade 16-zip and 19-0. Okanagan belted Liberty Bell 18-zip and 24-11. Republic blanked Bridgeport 20-0. Wenatchee blanked West Valley in Big 9 boys soccer Friday 2-0. The Winds improved the Panthers' record to 5-4 in Big 9 plays. They prepare to take on Davis. The Pirates are a half game back of Eastmont after the Wildcats lost 2 games last week without the Leon brothers. Eastmont fell to Ike on Friday 1-0. In other boys soccer action Friday, Grandview blanked Ephrata 3-0, while Chelan edged Manson 2-1. Saturday's action saw Cashmere and Tonasket play to a 2-all tie. Cascade remained unbeaten with a 3-0 win over Connell. Omak topped Pateras 1-0. Liberty Bell got by Okanagan 2-1. Brewster blanked Bridgeport 2-0. NCWLIFE will be at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl for soccer tomorrow night as Wenatchee hosts Davis. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen will have the play-by-play with a pregame at 6:50, kickoff at 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.